Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. It's middle of March, it's a lovely sunny day, so I decided we're gonna have a garden tour for the month of March. So let's go! So I guess we can start from the top of the garden. As you can see, everything is waking up. My camellia seedlings, I think they are 3 years old now, getting their first buds. We'll see what colors they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be white. The bluebells are everywhere, but there's no sign of flowers yet. Still a few more months to go. But those ones are popping out everywhere. I forgot the name of that flower. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. All the roses are coming back to life. There's new shoots on all of them. But the star of today's show is going to be the daffodils. That's another camellia. This one definitely going to be white. Some more daffodils here. I need to do something about those wild strawberries. They're coming halfway on the gravel path. Not acceptable. We're gonna have to move them somewhere. Some more daffodils. Lovely big blooms. I have finished my pear pruning the other week. It's looking good. And now we can walk down to the main garden. Actually, looking at the light at the moment, let me start from the bottom going up. I think it's going to be better view. Hold on a sec. Okay, I think that looks much better. The sun is at the back. So we are here at the veggie area. We'll come back to it in a moment. But let's go up and have a look how the garden looks like. That's my main pear tree, all pruned and ready to go. As you can see, the buds are swelling nicely. They're gonna burst into flower very soon. Everywhere. There's some more daffodils. Those are quite nice. And they smell lovely as well. There's a few different types planted on the edges. They're gonna flower at different times, but those are the first one to go. Oh, while we are here, that's one of my pear trees. As you can see, it's flowering already. All those small pear trees, all of them, except the one growing on the workshop, I'll show you later. They were grown from the seeds. I think they are 5-6 years old now. They flowered first time last year, but we didn't get any fruits. But they look like they're doing well now. It's not much on the apples. The buds are swelling, but not opening yet. A few more weeks, I think, maybe less. In that weather. That's more roses shooting. That's another of those peach trees. It's quite funny, actually. They're all slightly different growth. This one I think is growing the fastest. Maybe it's the proximity of the chicken coop getting extra fertilization. We'll see how the fruit's gonna come out. That's my broad bean beds. I was planting them out on one of the previous videos. They all survived. Plenty and plenty of flowers on those ones, and I've seen the bees pollinating them like crazy, so hopefully we'll get some early broad beans. My water feature is working very well, and it's attracting loads and loads of bees. They love to drink the water from the pond for whatever reason. The rhubarbs are waking up. I have 3 clumps here. Sorry for the cockerel. Very excited seeing me in the garden. I transplanted this rhubarb. It was a one big clump. I split it into 3 and transplanted it 2 years ago. Looks like it's going well. But let's continue to the soft fruit and spring bulbs this time of the year. The soft fruits are doing well. That's the gooseberry I transplanted a few weeks ago. You can see all the new shoots coming. It's a good sign. That's gonna be trained along this fencing. There's more daffodils and bluebells everywhere. The currants are not waking up just yet, but they are not far from that. The rose bush is all woken up. There's plenty of fresh growth everywhere. That's gonna give me plenty lovely display soon enough. The purple sage looked better days. I think I'm gonna take some cuttings of it this year. This bush is 8 years old, if I remember correctly. Here I have another main clump of rhubarb. This is doing very well. It's a huge plant when it gets going. More small daffodils. Looks like the peonies are waking up. All these red shoots are peonies. More spring bulbs, mostly bluebells and daffodils. Some irises here and there. It's a nice iris clump over there. This whole area was made 2 years ago, quite sparse still, but it's much better than last year. The bulbs are dividing and multiplying. Let's have a look at the main peach tree. Most of the flowers are open already. Fingers crossed we're not gonna get any late hard frost. Last year I lost the whole harvest to the frost. We got a late frost and all the flowers dropped. Not a single fruit left. But fingers crossed, it's gonna be much better this year. This is my apricot / peach tree. I don't remember. It's 3 years old from the seed as well. It's doing very well. More roses shooting everywhere. This is all new shoots. And the main flower area is dominated by the daffodils at the moment. This clump over here, there's few more in different places, but this is clump of elephant garlic. I never dig it out. It stays in this place and multiplies on its own. It gives lots lovely flower display later in the summer. We have some daffodils here and there, few different types. Some with the orange tinge. Oh, and I've just noticed first tulips. Hopefully it's gonna open today or tomorrow. I can see lots of buds here. There's more tulips here. This one is almost ready to open. More daffodils. I don't have much luck with the crocuses. I have only a couple of them. I remember a few years ago I planted loads and lots of bulbs. They did grow well first season, but then they all disappeared. This is a lovely tiny daffodil. The primroses are waking up as well. Few different colors. I don't know what flower is that. It's a weed for me. It spreads everywhere, but I can't stop it. But at least it gives nice yellow flowers every spring, and it disappears after a few months. So I'm not bothered with it. The Buddha flower area looks alright. The spring bulbs are taking over slowly. I'm gonna fill it up with summer flowers later in the season. That's my Acer plant. You can see the buds are just starting to open. That's gonna be a nice show. The blueberries getting their buds ready, but they are not open yet, but not long. That's my another water bottle with lily in it. It's already growing first leaves. That's a good sign. Yeah, and that's how the garden looks like at the moment. But now let's head down back to the veggie area to see what's happening over there. So here we are in the same spot again. Let's try to move the camera, maybe this side looks better. So that's the first bed I planted out. That's all potato bed. The strawberries are waking up. You can see the fresh leaves. So that won't be long before they start flowering. Let's have a look if there's much happening in the asparagus bed. Well, we can see the first signs of asparagus. So they're gonna start. I can see some progress on the raspberries. First few leaves. I don't know if you remember the experiment. I left half of the bed. I didn't prune anything. And the other half I cut to the ground. We can see some shooting here as well, but we'll see what's gonna give us first fruits. The cuttings are getting there, getting some leaves on most of them. They're probably gonna need some watering soon. Same with the experimental gooseberry the buds are starting to open, but that's not gonna stay here. It's just an experiment to show you guys how easy it is to take cuttings from soft fruits. Not much else is growing yet. I'm gonna be doing lots of sowing today. I want to do my beetroot, carrots, parsnips, lettuce maybe, stuff like that. I need to find a space where I'm gonna put everything. But the garden is ready for the sowing, so it should be alright. The garlic plants I transplanted the other day, looks like they're growing. Not much progress on them yet, but I'm not too bothered with them. My main garlic is in the greenhouse, so let's have a look at it now. Well, it's full of lettuce and garlic. This whole area is the elephant garlic. I can see some lettuces bolting already. It's getting very hot in the greenhouse. But not to worry, I have that side ready to be harvested bit by bit. This is all normal garlic and lettuce. I've just noticed now we have first germination of the cabbage. In this one, no sign here, no sign in the other one. I think that one is the green cabbage. My luck again. Looks like there's multiple germination in each cell. This one didn't do that well, but I think I'm gonna have enough cabbage now. All the seedlings and cuttings are doing very well. As you can see, almost all lavender is growing, and I think all thyme cuttings are growing. The potatoes are ready to be covered a bit with the compost, at least those 4 pots. Maybe another week. I'll give them another week till they grow above the pots. The onion seedlings are doing well. I'll give them some more time still, but they're going to be planted outside around the carrots and parsnips. And my cauliflower probably gonna need harvesting quite soon. You can see the head is opening slightly. It's very hot in the greenhouse, so it's not gonna be long until it all blows, so it's better to harvest it while it's small. Can't see anything here yet. That might be actually a cabbage, as I thought. And this one here is trying to form a head, but we'll see if it's gonna do anything useful. There's no sign of any life on the grape, not yet, it's too early. Let's have a look if we can zoom in on the bees. I'm not gonna get there, not so close. Not sure if the camera is picking it up, but they are very active today. It's a lovely sunny day. It's already about 17 degrees. Yeah, so here we are. That's how the garden looks like in the middle of March. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining me on this quick tour of the garden in March, and I'll see you next time soon. Bye!